Okay, welcome into the All Out Super Late Models series presented by All Out Esports. Tonight is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, as there will be no qualifying. There will be. We'll go straight into practice after the drivers' meeting here. And then we'll have 200 laps. Just a few changes from our normal Thursday night event. As obviously, as you can see by now, Caleb is not here with me tonight. Caleb had some issues come up, some personal matters come up, so he has the night off. He should be back with us on Tuesday night. But for tonight, you just have me. I'll try to do my best to keep it as entertaining as possible for you guys. In practice, Preston Boers ran a 14:12. Bo Glenn ran a 14:13. Scott Formosa with the 14:14. Jonathan Smith ran a 14:15. That's 0.02 of a second between first and fourth. Mark Fravert in the 44, he ran a 14:18. Brandon Colley ran a 14:19. Robert Barber, 14:21. Lewis Robinette ran a 14:22. Peyton Hamilton, he ran a 14:27. Christopher Reardon ran a 14:29. It's nice to see Christopher back with us. James Somke, he ran a 14:34. Eddie Taylor ran a 14:35. Michael Fravert, 14:36. Austin Victory ran a 14:49. Joe Williams ran a 14:55. Like I said, just a few minor differences between tonight and every other Thursday night. But we will make it through these 200 laps, crown a winner here tonight, and get ready to go. So we have just about 2 minutes left in practice. And just to give you guys some input here, I got into a car with a base setup, ran 11 laps. After 5 laps, I could not keep it at the bottom. I had to move up the track. It was just so loose on the exit of the corners. And then lap 11, I was up next to the wall in these corners, but I was nowhere near these guys' times. I was running like a 14:98 with the base setup. So they're going to go back out and do another lap or so of practice here. All right, we lost our feed on Facebook momentarily. We got our Facebook feed back, which is good. All right, it's going to be Mark Favret, James Somke, Bo Glynn, Lewis Robinette, Robert Barber, Brandon Cawley, Jonathan Smith, Scott Formosa, Travis Pryor, Michael Favret, Joe Williams, Kevin Reed, Preston Boers, Austin Victory, Eddie Taylor, Christopher Reardon, Austin Carter, and the 17 back there, and Peyton Hamlet. So it looks like Preston Boers did not make the call for the grid. So that's going to move Eddie Taylor up to the 13th spot and Austin Carter up to the 15th spot. The green flag is out and we're going racing here for 200 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. Mark Favret gets out to a great jump early on over James Somke, Bo Glynn. Go back here is Bo Glynn has gotten around James Somke. James Somke's fallen back. You see the 23 of Smith, 8 of Barber. Get around him. And Barber looks like he's a man on the mission here very early. Trying to get up to that front. Take that lead away from Mark Favret. Go in and check on Travis Pryor. He's been the guy that's been hot the last couple of weeks. He's sitting in that 8th position. Moved up one spot from where he started. See the 97. Bo Glynn, he's fallen from 3rd to 8th now. Kevin Reed. 99 machine. He started 12th. He's up to 4th. He's moved up 8 spots. Go back and check on Robert Barber as he's closing in on the 44. Michael Favret looking out for some battles through the field. It looks like there's going to be one back here with the 72 of Michael Favret and the 11 of Joe Williams. They're getting pretty close together there. The other person would be the 97 of Bo Glynn. He just got passed by that 66 of Eddie Taylor. Now he's got the 71 of Austin Victory looking to the inside, and Victory's going to take that spot away from him. And here comes the 55 machine of Peyton Hamlet looking to the inside. Got that International Harvester logo on his car, the Case IH. For all you farming fanatics out there. Back up front with Mark Fravert, he continues to lead here. He's led from the drop, the green flag on so far. Robert Barber in that second spot, trying to catch him though. He's reeled in Mark a little bit, but not quite enough. He'll get up there, as you see Robert get a little bit loose, and then you're going to have the 23 of Jonathan Smith back there in that third spot. Another strong run for Jonathan here. You're going to have Kevin Reed in the 99 in that fourth spot. Well, take that back as he drops to the inside and lets the 02 of Travis Pryor get beside him. Travis Pryor going to be in that fourth spot now. Right behind him is going to be James Somke. Then you're going to have Louis Robinette back there in that sixth position. Brandon Cawley in the 78 machine there. This is called Bandit machine. You're going to have Christopher Reardon in the sixth. He's going to be back in that eighth spot. Michael Fravert in the 72. Saw Reardon get a little loose coming out of that corner there. Michael Fravert is going to be ninth position. Then you're going to have Joe Williams in the 11. He's going to be in that 10th spot. And then Eddie Taylor in the 66th. He's going to be in that 11th spot. Austin Carter in the 17th is going to be 12th. Yeah, scratch that. Carter went up to the 11th spot. As Austin Victory has fallen out of the race. And you're going to have the 55 of Peyton Hamlet. He's going to be in the 12th spot. Scott Formosa in that 80 machine. The all-out towing machine there is going to be in that 13th spot. Kevin Reed. We saw him running very strong very early. He had some, looks like he made contact with the wall. That's why he slowed down. As you see, he's back on the move, and he makes a little contact with Formosa. Formosa is able to keep it going. They're right in front of the leaders there. You see the 44 of Mark Fravert. 78 of Brandon Cawley. He's going to be 15th. Preston Boers is 16th. Bo Glenn is 17th. Look at those guys right behind the leader. You see Preston Boers right in front of our second place car of Robert Barber. Got Bo Glenn back there. He's right behind those guys. Back out front, Mark Fravert. Working through traffic here tonight. Very early on, lap 25, and he's lapped 3 cars, and he's got about a half a dozen more in his sights. Mark Fravert, still your leader here. 28 laps. I take that back. Jonathan Smith got around. I thought the 23 was a lap car, but he is not. He is the new leader. Saw the 99 of Reed split those 2 lapped cars. Smith seems to be getting through this traffic a little easier than what Mark Fravert was able to. Oh, the 17 loses it right in front of the leader. Hangs on to it though. They keep racing here momentarily. hopefully we keep racing. There's just 11 cars on the lead lap. Kevin Reed right in front of the leader there in that 99 Zaxby's machine is the last car. And I take that back because he just went a lap down. Scott Formosa in the 80 is the last car, one lap down. You see Smith, he's at the start finish line now. Formosa's going into turn 1. Your top 5 are Jonathan Smith, Mark Frabbert, Robert Barber, Travis Pryor, and James Somke. Lewis Robinette's going to be 6th, Michael Frabbert 7th, Christopher Reardon 8th, Eddie Taylor 9th, Scott Formosa rounds out your top 10. Peyton Hamilton is 11th, Preston Boers 12th, Kevin Reed 13th, Bo Glenn will be in that 14th position, Austin Carter will be 15th, Brandon Colley, Joe Williams, and Austin Victory round out the 18 cars here tonight. Scott Formosa is still on the lead lap there. Just barely, just by a handful of seconds. Not very long at all. We've completed 39 laps, working lap 40 now. Of the 200 laps here tonight, we have 4 cars out of the race. Kevin Reed, Austin Carter, Brandon Colley, Austin Victory. Joe Williams is 13 laps down, back out on the track though, so he'll pick up some spots here with those guys being out. Jonathan Smith came to show everybody what he was made of here. Bristol, very fun track. It's a very tricky track if you're not careful. So these guys, you know, completing 44 laps caution free is amazing in itself. Let's go and work through the field here. Mark Frabbert is going to be your second place car. And you're going to have the O2 of Travis Pryor. He's up to third. It looks like maybe Robert Barber had an issue. He's falling down to the 8th position. And you're going to have Michael Frabbert in that 72 machine. He's going to be in that 4th spot. Lewis Robinette up to 5th position. A very strong run for Robinette here tonight in the Bass Pro Shops machine. Then you got James Somke back there. And in that PBR machine. You got Christopher Reardon in the 6th. Nope, that is not Christopher Reardon in the 6th machine. He's going to be 7th in 7th position. You're going to have Scott Formosa. He's going to be running in that 8th spot. Robert Barber is going to be right behind him. and they're going to be right in front of the leaders. You look back, just 2 cars. You've got the 66 of Eddie Taylor right in front of the leader, Jonathan Smith. You're going to have Peyton Hamlet right behind the leader. He was the first car a lap down, and now it's Eddie Taylor. You have Preston Boers in that 12th position. Bo Glenn in the 97. He's going to be in that 13th spot. He's going to be 2 laps down in the It's Bo Time machine. We have Joe Williams. Just a handful of laps ago, he was in that 17th spot. He's jumped up to 14th now. He's sitting back there 13 laps down. You're going to have Kevin Reed, Austin Carter, Brandon Colley, Austin Victory. Your 4 cars out of this race. Jonathan Smith, your leader here on lap number 57. Continues to be the 23's show as he's getting ready to put Robert Barber a lap down. You see Barber got loose, carries it to the inside and just regains control. And caution will be out here on lap number 59. So let's go take a look, see what happened there. Going to be between Eddie Taylor and the 55 of Hamlet, and it just looks like Taylor didn't know that Hamlet was still there, and Hamlet gets into him, and Travis Pryor gets collected up in it. Very unfortunate for Travis. He has engine damage here now on lap number 60. That's gonna really hurt his night. As we are under caution here, you figure these guys are gonna want to come in, fill up. And if I remember correctly, Robert, when he came in and talked to us a couple weeks ago, he said that they were gonna have 1 set of tires to change. I may be incorrect, but you know, I never know. I might be correct here and might have just gotten lucky with my statement there, but I believe that's what he did say just a couple weeks ago, that they were going to have a couple sets, or a set of tire at least to be able to change, because 200 laps is a lot of laps on 1 set of tires. So if you can make it to lap 100, go in, change your tires, and run the final 100, you know, that's a pretty easy strategy right there. We're going to give a rundown here of our field here on lap number 62. It's going to be Jonathan Smith, Louis Robinette, James Somke, Christopher Reardon, Scott Formosa, Michael Fravert, Mark Fravert, Then you'll have Robert Barber in danger of going a lap down. You got Preston Boers, 1 lap down. Peyton Hamlet is a lap down. Travis Pryor's a lap down. Eddie Taylor is a lap down in pit road. Bo Glynn will be 13th. Well, will be 12th. No, 13th. Right. As he is 2 laps down. Joe Williams will be 14th, 13 laps down. Then you're going to have Kevin Reed, Austin Carter, Brandon Colley, Austin Victory out of the races. We're back to green flag racing here. Jonathan Smith with a good jump there. Great start by him and Robinette. So they get away from the 80 machine of Scott Formosa. And, 15 to 20 laps ago, Formosa was in danger of being a lap down. And now you look at him, he's up there running in the top 3. Go back to check on Barber here. He's running in 8th and he spins it right as we change to him. He keeps it going though. He is going to go a lap down as the leaders. Right there. Barber goes a lap down. That puts 7 cars on the lead lap. James Somke is our last car on the lead lap. And you got the 72 of Mark Fravert right in front of him. Very identical paint schemes. And you have the 44 of Mark Fravert right in front of him. That's another identical paint scheme. That car in between Mark and Michael is a lap car. It's the 51 of Preston Boers. And you have Christopher Reardon. Going to be in that 4th position. It's nice to see Christopher back. Racing with the all-out group here. We saw him a few weeks ago. So it's nice to see him back. And you're going to have the 80 of Scott Formosa right on the tail of Lewis Robinette for that 2nd spot. He looks underneath of him going into turn 1. Is he going to get the spot? He's got the spot. Going into 3. Can he complete the pass? No. Robinette battles back on that high side and takes it back. Robinette has Formosa cleared. This is the battle for 2nd spot. Now Christopher Reardon, he's going to be coming up there, trying to sneak in and take that 3rd position away from Formosa here on lap number 76 now. You have Jonathan Smith back up front. He's got a 2nd, like a 1.3 second lead over 2nd place. Jonathan Smith running very good lap times. Just to give you guys an aspect of how much his tires have fallen off, because he's been out here for 79 laps on these tires. His best lap was a 14:27, and he ran a 14:969 that last time by. So he's running a 14.9. His caution comes back out on the track. Go take a look, see what happened there with that caution. like it was 51 of Preston Boers got up into the wall, came down, and Car just stepped out on him and pounded that inside wall. Looks like Travis Pryor, he got back on the lead lap there momentarily. He's going into pit. But Scott Formosa is going to be our new leader. On lap number 82. We're quickly approaching halfway here. Looks like Peyton Hamlet got his lap back, so now he will be the 8th car on the lead lap. Running order is going to be Formosa, Verdon, Somke, Michael Fravert, Lewis Robinette, Jonathan Smith back there in that 6th spot. Mark Fravert, he is in pit lane, so he may go a lap down here. Peyton Hamlet is going to be in that 8th spot. It looks like Fravert did not lose his position. He will be in the 8th spot now. That was Fravert. Preston Boers, 9th. Barber, Glenn, Pryor, Williams. Then you're going to have Taylor, Reed, Carter, Colley, Victory, all out of the race. Pace car ducks back off. Green flag back out in the air. Formosa gets a great jump over everybody. Formosa is going to be our leader over James Somke, Christopher Reardon, Michael Fravert, Lewis Robinette, Jonathan Smith, Mark Fravert, Peyton Hamlet. You're going to have Barber, Boers, Pryor, Glenn, and Williams all laps down. Pryor is now 2 laps down. Well, we still have a long way to go. He can get those back. We're working lap 88 of 100 here. By my calculations, could be done with this race very soon. We're working lap 90. Half hour we could be done with it. Don't quote me though, because I'm wrong quite a bit. Formosa is the leader. He's got about a second lead over James Somke in that 1 machine. Then you're going to have Christopher Reardon in that 6 back there running in the 3rd position. Jonathan Smith, he's working his way back up to the field. He started back there in that 6th spot on the restart. He's up to 4th now. You're going to have Lewis Robinette in the 30. He's going to be running 5th. Mark Fravert in the 44. He's going to be running in that 6th position. 7th is going to be the 72 of Michael Fravert. And then Peyton Hamlet. Looks like he has pulled off the track and is out of the race. Jonathan Smith, he's jumped up into that 3rd spot. His caution comes out here. We'll go and let's see what's going on here. So it looks like Robert Barber just starts losing it, and the 44, Mark Fravert, had nowhere to go. It just helps him finish spinning around. Now the 80 of Formosa is going to trick everybody out. Formosa tries to trick some people out, but Somke stays out and puts a ruin to that plan. We're working lap number 99 here. Preston Bohr is getting a lap back, so that'll put 8 back on the lead lap. Running order is going to be Formosa, Somke, Smith, Reardon, Robinette, Mark Fravert, Michael Fravert, Preston Boers, Robert Barber, Bo Glenn. Appears as if Travis Pryor, Peyton Hamlet have joined the DNF group. Joe Wooden's be back there in that 13th spot. Eddie Taylor, Kevin Reed, Austin Carter, Brandon Colley, Austin Victory. Round out your field here. We are halfway through this race. So we have the one to go here. Gonna line up side by side, get ready to go here again. Gonna be Formosa, Somke, Smith, Reardon, Robinette, Michael Fravert, Mark Fravert, Preston Boers, then Barber, Glenn, Hamlet, and Williams. Pace car is off the track. Green flag is back out in the air for Formosa. And he's pulling away again. Formosa, Samke, and Verdon are on the same set of tires they started with still. As Jonathan Smith jumps up to the second spot there. He has about 80 lap fresher tires than those guys, so no surprise that he's able to get around them quite easily. You see Jonathan Smith, he goes to the high side, and Smith is going to take the lead back there with 96 to go. Lap number 104 of 200. Takes his lead back and tells Formosa, thank you for keeping it warm for me. I'll take it from here, buddy. See where these guys have been running the majority of the night. You can see that bottom is really black throughout the corner. That's something that you can really tell, you know, which lane everybody prefers. These guys seem to be preferring the bottom lane here. There's some guys that prefer the top side. Smith, your leader, Formosa second, Samke third. Verdon fourth, Robinette fifth, Bohr sixth, Mark Fravert seventh, and Michael Fravert is eighth. We're going to go through the field here real quick and show you these guys and where they're running. Scott Formosa, he was leading just a handful of laps ago. Led a good chunk there for a while. About 20 some laps, 30 some laps, he led when Jonathan Smith went into the pit lane. So this is going to be a great race here for Formosa, as well as the one of Samke, who's running in that third spot. Again, he has not pitted. He has older tires than almost everybody out there. The only people who have the same tires, so to speak, is Formosa and Verdon, as Verdon just goes another lap down, or goes a lap down rather. So in that fourth position, you're gonna have the 51 Preston Boers. He was a lap down the majority of the night. You see he gets loose on the exit there, but he's back on the lead lap, and looks like he's just battling a loose race car. He's got some pretty fresh tires. And you're going to have the 44, Mark Fravert, going around him. As Fravert gets loose on exit there, so he has to really slow down and gather his car up to be able to try to complete that pass. Louis Robinette, he's going to be in that sixth position in the 30 machine. He was running up front earlier this evening, kind of falling off, but still running very good here this evening. Top 10 for him. We're gonna have the 72 of Michael Fravert. He's gonna be running that 7th spot. Again, he's another one of those drivers who was running very strong earlier in the race, kind of fell off and settled into this top 10 pack, so to speak, and is just riding around to finish out the race here. We're gonna have Robert Barber. He's gonna be one lap down in that 8th position. He was up front very early, had some issues, then had some more issues, and then had some more issues. He's rebounded very well and bounced back to this 8th position. Then you're gonna have Bo Glynn. He's gonna be 2 laps down in that 9th spot. See, he's right behind Robinette. As Bo Glynn had some issues earlier. He was up front earlier, top 5. Then he was, he had some issues. And now he's bouncing back to this 9th position. Then you're going to have Christopher Reardon in the 6th machine. He's going to be that 10th spot, 8 laps down. Still a very salvageable 10th position for him. As long as he keeps racing throughout the night. He has a 6-lap gap over the 11 of Joe Williams, who is in that 11th spot. Joe is 14 laps down. He's 11th spot. Saw him running very good earlier, up around the top 5. Had some issues, and now he's running in 11th. Kind of bounced back and salvaged some spots, as these guys have pulled into the garage and decided that they could not keep going here tonight. Back up front with the leader as he's going to put the 97 of Bo Glynn another lap down. Formosa is able to stay with him through this traffic surprisingly well. They work around Lewis Robinette. That is that 6th position car. Robinette goes a lap down. Fravert goes a lap down. This is where Barber is going to be able to rebound. He was at 8th, and now he's starting to climb up a little bit as he's up into that 7th spot now. And now he could potentially take 6th away from Robinette. You go and look there. Barber's coming up on Robinette. You see right there, the 97 of Bo Glynn separate them. You also see the damage that Barber has on his machine. Makes it very hard for him to be able to drive here with just 68 laps to go. As Barber slides high, bounces into the outside wall. That may bring out a caution. He was off the racing surface, so no. Now he's going to lose another lap to the 23 of Jonathan Smith. Mark Fravert, Preston Boers, they're in danger of going a lap down as well. And then we'll only have the top 3 on the lead lap, because right now we currently have 5. As Robinette, Fravert, Barber, Glynn, Williams are all laps down. Reardon, Hamlet, Pryor, Taylor, Reed, Carter, Coley, Victory, all out of this race. And Barber loops it around again, and he does go another lap down. So he's going to drop to the 8th spot. He has got a lap lead over Bo Glynn. But now he's a lap behind Robinette and Michael Fravert. There's the 44, Mark Fravert. And then there's the 8 of Barber, in danger of going a 3rd lap down. The 44 of Mark Fravert is the first car 1 lap down. We're going to go look at Preston Boers, see where Preston Boers, and he spins out on the track, so that should bring out a caution here and may save him from going a lap down. It just looks like Boers loses it out of the corner, overcorrects, and slams it into the wall there. We caught that tail end of that. Back up front with Jonathan Smith, as Formosa and Somke have pitted. I think Somke is going to go in and get those fresher tires now. And Formosa as well, as they were both 140 laps on that set of tires. Hopefully they go in and get the tires. You know, you got 59 laps to go. You see Robinette going into pit road there. Wait for these guys to get out of pit road here. Top two are going to be Smith and Formosa. Somke will be third. Mark Fravert in danger of going a lap down here. He barely gets out in front of these guys. So it's going to be Smith, Formosa, Somke, Fravert. Then Robinette, Michael Fravert, Preston Boers, Bo Glenn, Robert Barber, somewhere around in there. So either Bo Glenn's ninth or Robert Barber is ninth. Then Joe Williams is 10th. Reardon, Hamlet, Pryor, Taylor, Reed, Carter, Coley, and Victory out of the race. So we have one to go. Back to green flag racing here, with 66 laps remaining. Pace car ducks down pit road. Green flag back in the air for Jonathan Smith. It's a good start over for Formosa, Somke, Fravert. We have 54 laps to go, not 60, 50. Formosa doing a great job of keeping up with Smith. Formosa has fresher tires now. Looking to the inside of Smith, doesn't quite have enough. Gonna try to rebound and get back up there to try to take that spot away from Jonathan Smith. Right on the bumper, entering that corner. Gets a great run on exit. It's going to be the inside of Smith going into turn 3 and 4 there, and Formosa is going to have the lead back. Jonathan Smith looks like he's in danger of losing another spot there too. One of James Somke. And he does. Smith is being railroaded on that high side now. a 72 machine. Michael Fravert is under him. Michael is a lap down, so this is not fourth position, but they're keeping him high. That's going to allow other cars to get underneath of him, possibly fourth position. Formosa trying to stretch the lead out over Samke. We have just 46 laps to go. 45 this next time by. Formosa doing a great job of using those tires as long as he could, then going in and changing them, and then coming back out late into the race so that he has the tires. He has the car to beat. It's going to make it very hard for Samke or Smith. As you see, Smith, he's losing time consistently. It's a 2.8 second gap between him and our leader, Scott Formosa. And James Samke running in that second spot. Samke's back up there in the top two. We saw him there earlier when Smith went in and pitted and then started working his way back through the field. But he lost some ground, and now he's made it back up with pitting on that last pit stop. Third position is going to be the 23 of Smith. As you see, Smith has Robinette underneath of him. And you're going to have to go back about 6 seconds to find the 44 of Mark Fravert, who is the last car on the lead lap. You're going to have the 51 of Preston Boers in that fifth position. 72 of Michael Fravert. And the 30 of Lewis Robinette. They're right there in front of the 23 of Jonathan Smith. And you're going to have the 8 of Robert Barber. He's going to be in that 8th position. Bo Glenn is going to be 9th. And you're going to have Joe Williams. He's going to be in that 10th spot. Right in front of our leader, Scott Formosa. As those are the 10 cars left in this race. Reardon, Hamlet, Pryor, Taylor, Reed, Carter, Coley, Victory out of the race. I suspect that Taylor and Pryor blew their motors. Formosa is the leader. With 33 laps to go. Top 3 are still Formosa, Samke, Smith. And you're going to have Fravert in danger of going a lap down. The 80 of Formosa is at the start-finish line, and Mark Fravert was right in front of him. His caution is out. We're going to go check, see what happened there. Looks like the 72 of Michael Fravert gets in the wall and then gets into the 30 of Robinette, and that puts Robinette spinning around. And he did a good job of trying to keep it down to the bottom and locked it down so that the leaders did not hit him. It looks like Smith and Somke, Fravert, Boers, Robinette all go into the pit road. Boers got his lap back, so that'll put 5 cars on the lead lap. Somehow Jonathan Smith got around the one of James Somke. Maybe Smith just went in for fuel or he missed his pit stall, something. We have less than 30 to go here. So Pierce Somke may have gotten a piece of Robinette there when Robinette was slow. Somke is 2 laps down, so that's going to drop him down to the 7th place. Reset your lineup here. It's going to be Formosa, Smith, Boers, Mark Fravert, Michael Fravert, Louis Robinette, Robert Barber, Bo Glenn, Joe Williams as Somke joins the DNF field. Formosa with another great jump. Has about a 2-second gap over Jonathan Smith, who is in that 2nd position. And you're going to have the 44 of Mark Fravert in that 3rd spot. Beat up right side of that car. Scott Formosa, our race leader here, as we're closing in on 20 to go. Formosa looks like the car to beat now is Jonathan Smith led a majority of this race. Formosa, Smith, Fravert, Mark Fravert. Everybody else is either out of the race or laps down. Not very exciting for you guys, but it's 200 laps at a very tough track, and these things happen. But it's been a very good race here tonight, with Formosa being up front. This really puts a shining on some of the guys that we don't normally see up front. like Formosa, Smith, Mark Fravert, Michael Fravert, Bo Glynn, he was up front a little bit, Lewis Robinette, Preston Boers, James Somke. Those guys who don't normally get up front tonight, really showcase that they have the ability to be up there and up front. As Jonathan Smith has ran the second quick time, Preston Boers has the quickest time here tonight with a 14:26. Jonathan Smith has the third quickest time. Robert Barber ran a 14:27.7. Then Jonathan Smith ran a 14:278. So we have just 12 laps to go here in this race. Make it 11. 11 laps to go. Final 10 laps of the race. And Formosa has gapped everybody. Jonathan Smith is almost 6 seconds back of our leader. Mark Fravert in the 44, almost 10 seconds back. In danger of going a lap down here late, as we have just 8 laps to go. Working lap number 193 of 200. We have 7 laps to go now. 7 laps to go. Final 5 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Scott Formosa still out front. Mark Fravert is in danger of going a lap down now, as he is on going into 3 and 4. Formosa exiting 1 and 2. I mean, there's 4 laps. Anything's possible in those 4 laps. We have 3 laps to go now. Formosa has extended the lead to a 7-second gap between him and second place Jonathan Smith. Mark Fravert is 11 seconds behind our leader Scott Formosa. We have 2 laps to go now. Just 2 more laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. And make it 1 lap now, as the white flag is in the air. Formosa exiting turn 3 and 4 for the final time, and Scott Formosa wins the race. So we'll have our post-race interviews coming up here very shortly. All right, we're here with our second place finisher, Jonathan Smith. Jonathan, you led a majority of the race here tonight. Thought it was going to be your race here, but some strategy there by Scott foremost kind of took that away from you. But overall, a great race.
Yeah, I just made the wrong call on tires. I took them way too early. And we had a couple of really long green flag runs, and I was hoping it was going to stay that way. But, I wanted to use up those tires and make sure I got them on the car at some point. I just should have waited on them.
Yeah, and I saw something that I didn't think necessarily would happen with Scott and um, James and a couple of others, with them staying out to 120, 130 laps on the same set of tires, and then going in and pitting. Um, I thought they would have at least tried to pit early, like you. You know, to me that was my strategy. If I was you, I would have pitted right when you pitted, and it just didn't work out in your favor here tonight.
Yeah, the car felt great on old tires. It never really lost the handling, it just lost a little bit of speed. I should have adapted my strategy. Going into it, I was thinking I'm going to take my tires around lap 100, split it in half. Might hurt me a little bit at the end, but I think I'll be okay. I should have just adapted to how good the car felt on old tires. Just kept them on longer.
Yeah, definitely. You looked strong all the way up there. You took the lead over right around lap 30, and then led all the way to lap 50, and then you came back and took the lead and led for another 20, 30 laps. So you had a very strong car, and the car looked very good out there. It's just when you got into traffic that allowed Scott and everybody to close in on you and get around you.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the run overall. Just a little bit disappointed I made the wrong call and ended up in second because of it. I think I definitely would have had something for Scott if I would have pitted about the time he did. But it's always fun racing with him. We're usually real close together. So
Absolutely. Well, buddy, congratulations on a second place finish. We look forward to seeing you back here next week. Um, and I'll have to check the schedule. I'm not sure where we go, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for putting on the awesome broadcast for us.
I appreciate it, buddy. Let's see, before you leave, if you're still, and he is not here, we forgot to let him thank his sponsors, unfortunately. So let me go try to find his card. And I can't. So, all right, we'll be right back with our third place finisher, Mark Fravert. All right, we're here with our third place finisher, Mark Fravert. Mark, you were strong all day, and you backed it up with third place finish. You started on pole, and you led the first 20, 30 laps, and you really bounced back and came home in that third position.
Yeah, it was good in the beginning. Then I got into it with another car. I think it was after the first caution, whatever, and I had some damage on the right side. And then I wasn't thinking, and we changed some tires, all four, right away. So we had to deal with those tires the rest of the night. And pretty much, I thought cost me the race, but I don't think the tires really cost much as my damage. But yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, a third place, and this track really allowed you guys to the guys that don't necessarily get up front as much, um, just Not because they're not talented enough. It's just there's so much talent here in this league. This race allowed you guys to really shine through. Um,
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of good drivers in this league, and I feel real bad for my teammate James Somke. I thought he really had a good chance to give Scott Formosa a run for his money, and I don't know if he had technical difficulties at the end or what, but I feel bad for him. And my other teammate Mike Favorite, he had some problems. I think he tried to save his tires and didn't get in the pits in time, and so he ended up losing a lap and kind of threw him off the rest of the night. So we just stuck around and we just got that third place finish. And
yeah, yeah, definitely, and that's going to help you later on into the race. I know a couple weeks we should be coming back to Bristol. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the schedule, but we have several of these tracks that are identical to Bristol. Um, so that's really
right.
gotta make you feel very confident going into the next stretch of races.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of these tracks are sometimes they're similar and some are not. But yeah, like you said, there's some tracks coming up that are my teammates and myself are pretty confident that we can do real well. And I mean, it's like you gotta have a lot of luck on your side, and sometimes it doesn't go that way, but it is what it is.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you thank your sponsors and get out of here, and we look forward to seeing you back here next Thursday night.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys, All Out Esports, the league, and you guys broadcasting this race. I want to thank my teammates, Hit the Pace Car Racing, James Somke, the leader of the team, and man, like again, I felt real bad for him, and hats off to those guys, and we'll be back. Thank you for putting this on, and we'll see you hopefully soon.
All right, buddy. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with our race winner, Scott Formosa. Scott, we've seen you had several strong runs um, the last several weeks, and then luck just wasn't on your side. But tonight it was, and you really capitalized on it there.
Yeah, tonight it was all about pit strategy. That's what won me the race. We only had 4 tires. We could put on the car tonight, and I just tried to hold off as long as I could. And I thought, man, I got a caution on lap 145 or something like that, and I said, this is the time to take them. And that was the winning move of the race right there. Those tires. It couldn't. That caution couldn't have come at a better time. Jonathan Smith was actually pulling away from me. And if I wouldn't have got that caution, I don't think I had a chance. But that was holding off on those tires is what won me the race tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And we just talked to Mark and Jonathan about that, and they said the same thing. The tire strategy. Jonathan, he said he messed up on it and went in a little bit earlier than what he wanted. Um, and then we saw the averse or the opposite end of the spectrum with yourself and a couple others where you guys stayed out longer than you guys had to. You figure if you come in and pit right around lap 100 to 105, you're good the rest of the way on tires. You guys went beyond that and really used up those tires before you changed them.
Right, yeah. And I tell you what, I had to really pick my way through lap traffic tonight. That was kind of a handful. You was coming up on some slower cars and a couple really close calls there for a while. But overall, everybody did a very good job tonight. It was actually pretty clean race. A few wrecks here and there, but not bad.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the few wrecks we did see. A lot of the guys, they tagged the outside wall and slid across the track. They did a good job of getting it down underneath the racing surface, collecting it, and kept going to avoid bringing the caution out. And again, that's just a huge testament to the amount of talent that's in this league. And it starts with Robert, who built the league up, and then all of you guys who come in race week in, week out. You guys do a fantastic job, and it's really awesome to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's some very competitive drivers over here with Robert himself. He does a great job with the league. I mean, we got guys, that race in real life. Preston Boers comes in here, and he's actually a late model driver, and he was strong tonight. And, Louis Robinette, he's a track announcer in Huntsville, and Joe Williams is a track announcer at the Nashville Speedway. We've got a lot of racing guys in this league, and it makes it really, really interesting. Just racing against the different guys. It's a blast, man. It's a terrific league, and it's growing. It's growing too. It's growing every week. We get a couple new guys here and there, and it's going to continue.
Yeah, and back to tonight here. With the strong run here, you were inside the top 5 the whole entire night. It seemed like from the drop of the green flag, you jumped up there and you were inside the top 5. So we've got several tracks coming up over the next stretch that are very similar to Bristol. So that's really got to boost up your confidence going forward to know I came into Bristol, I played it smart, and I beat everybody. So I feel like these tracks, I'm going to be a threat to win there too.
Yeah, I've kind of, in the last month or two, I've kind of started to figure out the super late model. I have struggled with it there for a while of burning my tires up, and now I've found something in my settings, in my wheel settings a little bit that's really helped me. And I feel like I've got a lot more tire left toward the end of these races than I did before. And if that continues, man, look out! I might maybe could win another one. Who knows? But it's competitive. I'm gonna do my best.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you thank your sponsors, get out of here, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, I want to thank All Out Towing. That's my major sponsor, and plus my business is County Line Motors. I want to thank Robert Barber for putting the league on. He's my teammate, and he's the league owner also. So I just want to thank those guys. Thank everybody in the league. Thank you guys for what y'all do. Y'all do an excellent job broadcasting these things, and that's about it, man. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right, Scott. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right, we went and got Jonathan Smith back so he could come in and thank his sponsors. I'm not sure if we did it, but we're gonna make sure he gets to thank his sponsors. So, Jonathan, I'll turn it over to you so you can thank all your sponsors, and then you can get out of here.
That sounds good. Thank you for letting me come back down and do that. I've got to thank PruittTeam.com on the hood of the car, and Driven Motorsports for giving me an awesome car. We got an awesome group of guys over there that always help me, getting the car ready, getting faster in practice. Driven Designs for the awesome paint scheme on the car. And like I said, thank you for doing the broadcast, and Robert for putting on the league for us.
All right, buddy. Well, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you back next week.
You too. Thank you.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here with the All Out Super Late Model Series presented by the All Out Esports Group. Uh, make sure you guys are tuning in. Tomorrow night we'll have the Dirt Clash Super Street Series, dirt track racing. Friday night, Sunday we're supposed to have a special event, as well as the Southwest iRacing Series. Monday night we'll have the Dirt Clash guys again as they're getting ready to wrap up their season the next couple weeks, and then on Tuesday I'll be over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Premier Race Network for the Premier Race Network Cup Series. Wednesday night we have the Dirt Panda Stock Car Association. Thursday night we're back here with the All Out Super Late Model Series and the All Out Esports Group. And then on next Thursday night, we'll be back with the Iron Aces guys. They took a week off. They finished their 4-week little mini series, and they're coming back for 10 more weeks. So we're going to have those guys back here next Thursday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Those guys are a lot of fun. Got to race with them last week. Great group of guys that welcomed me in, and I did surprisingly well. But until then, make sure you guys are taking care of yourself, being careful, and doing what you guys need to do to take care of yourselves. Granted, you guys are able to start going out and doing a little bit more things, but just remember to be cautious while going out and doing these things. Until next time, have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow night.